Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back to the New Galaxy Gamers channel, and welcome back to a farm from scratch as we say hello to our lovely little lambs and goats that we got here. I hope you're doing well. If you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. If you are a returning member, welcome back to you as well. It's great to have you all here. I hope you are all having a safe, wonderful, and successful week this week. And as usual, all usual disclaimers are in the description of the video. Alright, so as we look at our sheep, I brought another bale over here to help them out. You guys notice the problem? We ran into a problem. Leave it to me, right? The problem is, as you can see, we have 25 bales stacked up back there in the back of the shed. All right. If we come over here to our little thing here, our trigger point, and we look, it says you can get 250 bales, and there's only 25 available. And they're 450 liter bales. But when I try to put the rest of this in, it keeps telling me that the storage is full. So I'm not really sure how that makes any sense. Does that mean that you're only able to put so many bales of each type in at a time? Like 25 grass bales, 25 hay bales, 25 straw bales, 25 silage? Is that what that means? Or does it mean something else that I'm, like, totally not thinking of? So I don't know. So that's going to be a problem, and we are going to have to fix that. And that's okay. I kind of had a feeling that this shed was going to be a pain in our neck. I sold the bale trailer we had, the bale loader we had. I found a mod, thanks to a friend of mine, who mentioned it to me. They sent me the link, so I've got the mod. We have a new auto loader that can handle all of our bales. So, can even handle logs too, believe it or not. So that's pretty cool. Now, there we go. So I got all the bales off the field. We are going to need to plow that field now so that we can get a good crop. And as I said, we are going to have a problem because we're going to have to figure out just how we're going to solve the storage problem for the bales. Because if we're going to run into that with the grass bales in those sheds, we're going to run into that with, say, straw bales, hay bales, and silage bales too. So that's going to be a problem that we're going to have to figure out. We're going to end up selling that shed, and that's fine. I'm not so worried about that because we'll get the money back for that, or at least some of it. But I do want to put in another shed before we do that, because I don't want to lose all those bales. But at least for the moment, and for straw, we do have the hayloft here, so I'm not really worried about straw storage for the cattle. Okay. So it is something to worry about, but I'm not going to like worry like right now. You know what I mean? We'll just have to know that we have to fix the shed issue before too long. So that is going to be something we're going to work on. Now maybe there's a better shed that we can have, but with only 27,000, we don't really have much. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get this field plowed. We'll get the field created, the markers for it and whatnot, and we'll get that all plowed up. We got a wheat harvest. We can get ready to plant our wheat in. Well, we've already planted the wheat. That's all done. So we don't have to worry. Maybe if we get this field done, plowed and limed and de-stoned, we might be able to actually plant another crop in here. Otherwise, we'll hold off and then plant a soybean crop in here, or a canola crop that can make us some money. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and grab our coffee, our donuts, our bagels, our Egg McMuffin, sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits, whatever it might be for your favorite breakfast, lunch, dinner, or snack from our favorite local mom and pop coffee shop, and let's get cracking. Alright, so to create field, I gotta do Y. Alright. Do I have that right? Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Alright, I knew that was going to happen, so let's just go ahead and take care of this right now. We'll throw these in the firewood production center. That'll allow us to add a few more pieces to that. So over the last couple of days, we had really severe thunderstorms on Thursday, where I live. They said that there was more than 5,000 lightning strikes in our state alone. All because of the thunder. There were 5,000 lightning strikes, 2 tornado warnings. There was a funnel cloud spotted, but it didn't make landfall. It didn't actually touch down, as far as they know. There is no current evidence that I'm aware of that says that there was an actual tornado that touched down. But usually where I live, the state I live in, we usually don't get them. I think the last one we got, they had a touchdown. They had a tornado touchdown. That was back in 2006. And the tornado ended up touching down in a local Walmart parking lot. But beyond that, there really hasn't been any tornadoes in our area. In our state, for that matter. So Thursday, we, to hear that, oh, by the way, you're under a tornado warning or a tornado watch. Yeah, that was kind of interesting. But it also goes to show, I think, that, for those who think that global warming is not a thing, you're vastly mistaken. It's not completely caused by global warming, no, but pollution, man-made pollution, does actually contribute. Something for people to think about who like to use oil. And why do they use it? Well, they use it because it's reliable. That's why they use it. But yeah, so anyway, that was my Thursday, and I can say it was quite an interesting day. We had a little power blip, but nothing, it didn't last long. The power came right back on. So I figure it had to be a lightning strike. Rid of this tree right now. Where is that stupid tree stump? Ah, right here. Alright, let's grab this, run this over. Once I get the outline of the field done, that'll make life a little easier. So yeah. That was my Thursday. Yesterday we things started to cool down. Humidity levels and the dew points were dropping, so that's good. Finally got to get a good night's sleep. And here we are today, recording. All right. All right, we got to remember to fertilize this field again. I swore I did that, but apparently not. Knew I should have just taken this tree out. So there is that. But at least we have plenty of food now, anyway, for the sheep. And you guys are going to be seeing the first videos of City Skylines 2 and Stationeers this week too. By the time this video posts, those two series, the videos for those two series, or the first videos for those two series anyway, will have published and will be available to you. Nothing like jumping over our own field equipment, huh? All right. Let's go. Hey ho. Excuse me. I'm going to stop that one there, and then I'm going to go over here. And we can make sure we get the alignment just correct. Oh, I didn't think of that. I didn't think about putting that road in. I might have put this too close. Well, I can always buffer it back if I need to. There is nothing that says can't. There we go. We'll buffer that back. I forgot about that. That I need to put the little lane in there for the whatchamacallits, for the grain silos. There we go. Okay, so we got the outline of our field done. Okay. So now it's just a matter of plowing the rest of it. There we go. So anyway, you'll have 2 new games to watch. Me cause disasters in. There's Mr. Plane. How rude. Now, it shouldn't take us too long to get this field done and created. Can you imagine having to do this all by hand? Imagine what you'd do is you'd have like some sort of a pickaxe. You'd be walking up and down a straight line. Oh goodness, it would take you days to plow a very big field by hand. But that's what they used to do in ancient times. I was listening to a documentary last night about what the types of tools they used in ancient times, you know, around 3100 BC and whatnot, and tried to picture myself trying to do that today. I don't know how they did it, because I wouldn't have the attention span capable of lasting that long. Yeah, I will have to probably think of that. That's all right. At least we know that's a mistake that can get fixed. There we go. So we're going to have to figure out a shed for the hay bales. I thought I had that problem solved, but I guess not. That's alright. We'll get there. Oh, I know what I could do. Yeah. Yeah, I know what I could do. We have a shed right now where we're storing some of our equipment. If I put little equipment sheds there, you know, the kind that are outdoor sheds but have a roof on them, I can put the equipment under those and put the bales in our garage area for now. Which might not actually be a bad idea. Then at least I know they're not getting wet. So yeah, that might be our chore for next episode. All right, let me pop over here real quick. You can see what we're doing. Advance to the next day. Don't need our lights on. Yeah, now we can see. This would probably make a good canola field. And it would definitely be a good cash crop. Yeah. All right. Let me see. Because I know we've got another field to harvest here soon. So let's make sure. Soybeans, yep, we're right in that harvest time for them now. Oh, you can still plant wheat in October. All right, so we got, I think, when we get back down to the end, we'll check. Alright, let me just hop out real quick. And yes. Alright, our soybeans are ready to harvest, so that means we'll probably do that next episode. Get that done. That'll be another field we can plow up and throw another thing of wheat in. Because you can't plant canola or soybean. Well, you can plant soybeans in April and May, but you can't plant canola. And you can plant canola when? August and September. Okay. So we got to remember, canola we can plant in August and September. Soybeans we can plant in April, May. Sunflowers are kind of the same thing. So yeah, I think that's how we would do that. So in the next episode, we will we will harvest the soybeans, get that field ready and planted. I don't think it needs to be plowed, so it only probably needs cultivation. And I don't think it needs lime. So cultivation, fertilization, planting, and rolling. So that, we could probably get that all done in one episode because it's not a big field. Oh, it's got to be mulched. But I don't think that'll take long. So I think that'll be our next step. That'll be what we're doing in the next episode. So hopefully we'll get this all plowed in this episode. I mean, we don't really have all that much to go. So I think we can finish getting this field plowed today in this episode, and then next episode we'll do that other field, get those soybeans harvested and sold, make a little bit of money, get that field prepped and ready for some wheat. Yeah, we don't have much more to go. We'll get that done, then we can figure out our shed issue for our storage. Our bale storage. Silage bales, I'm not really too worried because they're going to be wrapped anyway, so... we're not going to have to really worry about them. Yeah, this is not going to take long, guys. We should be done here in this episode, plowing this field up. Oh, that's right. I wanted to extend that that soybean field too, didn't I? Maybe I'll do that when it needs to be plowed again. There we go. We're getting there. What I might do off camera is do a little touch up on the edges of this field and fix our little mistake by our grain silo. The grain silo may not stay there. Same with the hayloft. We may move those. The hayloft I'll probably move closer to the cattle pen, to the cattle area. Anyway, once we get that established. So but we have to wait till we have enough money to do all that. And it looks like we are going to be done plowing this field by the end of the episode. So what I'll do off camera is I will touch up the edges of this field and get that all fixed up. And fix where that silo is. Excuse me. At least I'm smart enough to remember to turn off crop destruction. Yes, it does happen in the real world, but in a game it's kind of lame. And usually on a farm in the real world, you're going to use tires that minimize that anyway. You're not going to really go out driving in that field unless you really need to. And when you do, you're going to make sure your tires are the type that'll cause the least amount of destruction to the crops. And if your kids are smart, they're not going to go doing donuts in the fields. There we go. There we go. We're almost there. One final pass should do it. And there we go. All right, so now let's see. Y to limit. Lift. Thought I lifted that. There we go. And yeah, where I'm going to be moving the... Oh, yes, this doesn't go here. Where I'm probably going to be moving the hayloft anyway to the new cow area. I'm probably going to end up moving the grain silos over here to where the current hayloft is anyway. So I may just leave it be and for now. Because I haven't really decided where I'm going to put the I haven't really decided yet where I'm putting the cattle area. All right, let's just quickly do this real quick. So that way we've got this 100% fertilize. This counts as a general chore. No. You're not playing this game with me. Yeah, it's playing a game here. Not really sure what that was about. Oh well, I'll just do it. No big deal. All right. Perfect. That's what we want to see, my friends. Okay, I think we will go ahead and we'll bring this back over. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got our third field all plowed. I will, like I said, I will fix the edges of that off camera so that you don't have to worry about it. And I'll show you what I did in the at the beginning of the next episode. But in the next episode, we will go ahead and we will harvest our soybeans and sell that. That'll be our first cash crop. Awesome. And we'll go from there. We'll get the soybean harvested, sold off. We'll get the field prepped and ready for replanting. And we might just throw down another crop of wheat so that we got that second crop to help get the chicken pen filled up with wheat so that they'll have plenty of food for a while. So, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please be sure to hit the like and the subscribe button. Smash that bell notification icon to let yourself know when the next video comes out. And be sure to share the link to the channel with your family, your friends, your colleagues, your co-workers, your pet kitty cat, pet puppy dog, pet parakeet, pet bunny rabbit. Although if you really want a pet snake, I think you guys might want to rethink that. Anyway, by sharing the link to the channel with others, it does help this wonderful channel grow, and it helps our community grow as well. And I shall see you all in the next episode. Have a safe, happy, and successful rest of your week, and I'll see you soon in the next episode of A Farm from Scratch, right here on the New Galaxy Gamers channel. Happy gaming!